Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Exactly in Eka nurmusfiatin's vlog. And yeah, it's been 4 or 5 months if I'm not mistaken after I saw you guys in my last vlog about tongue twister challenge. And in this occasion I will tell you guys about the last interview that I did with Mr. Duncan. And also I don't forget that I was helped with my partner Kiki. Thank you so much for helping me during the interview. And for your information guys, that Mr. Duncan is one of the senior journalists from Australia. On last Sunday occasion, I asked him about his first impression coming to Madura, and he told me about many things, what he thought about Madura's cultures and also Madura's people, and also he gave us some suggestions how to create a good news, how to be a good journalist. So I do believe that if you guys take the journalism class or you guys take journalism major in your university, it will absolutely be very useful for you guys. But before that guys, I'm so sorry that the video will be like very amateur taken. Yeah, because I took the video, and as you know that I'm still an amateur vlogger, I'm still an amateur videographer, and I just take the video using my phone. But well, don't care about the video, just care about the content inside the video. So well, not take a long time, check it out. Okay, so Mr. Duncan, we'd like to ask you about what do you feel for your first impression coming to Madura and meet Madura's people here in this event?
I'm sorry, I have been to Madura many times. This is not the first time.
Oh, the first time.
Not the first time, no. But I like Madura because it is relatively unspoilt compared with many other parts of Java. For example, when you go to places like Bromo, it is crowded, there are thousands of people there, there's a tourist industry. As a Bule, I feel I'm being ripped off, exploited. But here in Madura, I don't feel like that. I feel it's much more natural. For example, the last time we came here, my wife and I, we went to a cemetery in Makam. A very old cemetery.
Thankyou.
I beg your pardon?
Is this Thankyou, the Makam?
Yes, a very old cemetery. And from, I think, 300 years old.
Yes, maybe. Yeah, it's almost...
Yeah, and we were the only people there. We talked to the Satpam and the other people around, but it was a natural situation. There were no signs in English, there was no direction.
Yes, there is.
It was difficult to find, and it was inconvenient in many ways, but I found it fascinating, and I thought it was original Madura, not an artificial one.
And when you meet with Madura's people, maybe when you went to the cemetery, and absolutely you meet many people there, what do you think about Madura's people themselves?
Well, people are people. Some people are good, some people are bad. Some people are friendly, some people reject you. I don't think people of Madura are any different from people anywhere. Yes, nice ones and bad ones and so on. I don't think you can generalize.
Okay, so in your first time coming here, what makes you want to come to Madura? I mean, is there a special interesting thing that makes you come here, or there's an invitation?
We live in New Zealand, but I used to live in Australia. And I'm a journalist, and I think we have to be responsible about understanding our neighbours and other cultures, particularly a country as important as Indonesia. Now, Indonesia is, as you know, 17,000 islands, 300 languages, and you cannot go on. But I think it's important for a journalist, if she or he is going to do their job properly, to try and visit and understand as much as possible about their area of expertise. So not just interested in Madura, I'm interested in everything.
Oh.
But because we live in Malang, in East Java, and Madura is part of East Java.
Yes.
Yeah. And of course, I meet many Madurese people.
Yes.
And they say, have you been to Madura?
Oh, yeah.
So, what do you think about the chipo? Why do you interested in the chipo itself? Why do you interested in the chipo?
I mean,
Very important.
to come to
I'm trying to, I mean, we know good tree, that's why we came
yeah.
here. But I'm interested in what they are trying to do. I still don't understand it properly. Are they trying to get people to write because it's cheap?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so a student will say, oh yes, I will write, I don't want money,
Yeah.
I just want my name in the paper. Or are they trying to broaden the interests and get more information from a different levels than they would just from a journalist? I don't know, I still want to find out from Ibu Tree. I like the initiative, but I'm also worried about the direction of media in every country.
So you just write the instead the cerita.
So, do you have?
Let me try and explain a bit better. I'm sorry. In Australia, 2,500 journalists' jobs have gone in the past 6 years.
Oh.
Now, 2,500 for a country as small as Australia in population is very, very serious. It's not a job you would be hoping your children would go into, because the jobs aren't there in standard journalism. The journalism that I grew up in, newspapers and television. So that's a very sad situation. And the same thing will happen here. You see on the floor there, Surya.
Yes.
The Harian Surya. Yeah? Maybe in 2 years there will be no Harian Surya.
It will change.
Because it will all be online. There will be no newspaper.
Yes.
Electronic newspaper.
And you cannot wrap your rice in the electronic, like the man said. He has to say, my story.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And as a journalist who already has a great number of experience, absolutely. What is the best experience during you become a journalist in getting the news or creating a story?
No, I can't answer that because I've been a journalist for a long time, almost 40 years, more than 40 years. So many highs and many lows. Yeah. But I think when I first started in journalism, this is when I had the reality. Could you please give me the Surya, darling?
Surya.
Down there. Yeah? Thank you. Yeah. And this is I used to go from home on the train, on the Karate, and I was working for a morning newspaper in Australia like this one, yeah? And I go on the train in the morning to work.
Oh.
And on the page one, big story, you know, by me. My name, Duncan Graham. Yeah? So I get in the train, and those days before internet, people are all buying the newspaper. And they pick up the newspaper, and they look at it like that, and they go, oh, Olaraga!
Yes.
And they don't see
The
my story.
the first page.
Pictures, yeah? And then ding ding, what is happening? Yeah? And then maybe after in those days, different now, after Olaraga, and then there used to be a column here, who has been married, who has been born, who has died.
Oh yeah, the information.
Yeah? Rubric here.
Yes.
All right, let me go there. Yeah. Next, after that, there was a cartoon.
Oh.
Comic.
Comic.
Yeah.
Comic. Comic. Oh. And after that, yeah, iklan.
Yeah.
After that, maybe
Job vacancy.
politics. So there's always been challenges in journalism. And I think the challenge now is we have to make our work more relevant and more interesting. And if you're going to be, are you going to be a journalist?
Yeah.
We really expect to
I beg
be.
your pardon?
We really expect to be a journalist. We really want to be a journalist
You do?
later. Yeah.
Good. So you're good luck. The challenge is to make your work so interesting that I don't want to read the olahraga.
Yeah.
I don't want to read siapa meninggal. But I want to read hashtag. Hey, Jokowi. Oh dear. Setiap orang tu macam Joseph Kalah. Yeah. So that's your challenge.
Okay. And please give us some tips in creating a good news for the readers of the newspaper or any news media.
For us.
Give us suggestion.
It's to make it relevant. Can I give you a very, very simple story? Very simple.
Yeah.
Many, many years ago when I was on the newspaper, I was working at night and I was big newspaper. I was the night chief of staff. And a story comes in about a kecelakaan, a road accident. Yeah? Road accidents are common. Both sad, And this girl had been riding a Vespa. You know the Vespa has the wheels.
Oh yeah.
And you put your feet there. It's not like that.
Yeah.
And she got her foot caught between the platform and the road, and it cut off her foot. So her foot came off. Now somebody saw the foot,
Yeah.
and picked it up and put it in a bucket in the back of the car. And the bucket was plastic, and it was a yellow plastic bucket. And they ran her to the hospital because that was when the start of microsurgery. You understand microsurgery?
Yeah.
Microsurgery. Surgery, when you are sewing back on before something is cut off and you can join again.
Oh yeah.
Microsurgery. So they took the foot to the hospital, and the doctors there worked, many, many hours, 10, 12 hours, to try and put the foot back on. Okay? Now that was interesting, but the key point was the yellow plastic bucket. In your house, you have a plastic bucket, you have an ember. In your house, you have an ember. Everybody has an ember.
Yes.
Yeah? So when you look at the ember, you think, I can relate to the foot, this girl's foot being in the bucket. You understand?
Yeah.
Now that's the art of journalism. Somebody else would have written, there was an accident in Jalan Bogor today, a girl had lost her foot and went to hospital. 2 lines, nothing.
Yeah.
But the plastic bucket makes the story relevant. Everybody can think and relate to that. So that's what I think you do. Yeah? When you're talking about Jokowi, his daughter's wedding.
Yeah.
What do you remember about it?
It's all over.
The traditional. The traditional.
8,000 people, blah, 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 blah. We know all that. But what sticks? What do you remember?
Just remember when Jokowi there's called the appearance.
The traditional.
The clothes for the appearance.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
simple one.
Yes.
Simple one.
Yeah.
This is your body.
Yeah. I found it impressive because he looked like a Wong Jinik.
Yes.
Yeah?
Merakyat.
His baju and everything like that. And when what was it he did? He starts crying a little bit.
The day.
As a human being, not wanting to be.
Yeah.
But like father.
Yeah, the real
just
father.
like you or me or anybody. Yeah? Little things like that you can relate to. Yeah?
Yeah.
So I think always look for the small thing as well as the big thing. Okay. President, director, rank kepala, blah, 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 serious. But inside is the human thing to connect you.
Yeah. And one of the good thing is he just he didn't enjoy the happiness by himself, but also with the society around him. Like he used the pedicab to take the gas. Of course, that it also gives the more income to the people who do the job using the pedicab to be transportation and also.
There's a photo of Pak Jokowi the other day on a sepeda boat in Papua on the road. And it was totally false picture, because he was by himself, on this motorbike. Now, that's the picture we saw. The picture we should have seen was bigger, when all the police are standing by, set bam, check, photographer, everything, mobile. That would have been a more interesting picture, because the other one, Jokowi said nearly was not correct.
Yeah.
It's wrong. Sure. Can I
Sorry.
ask a question?
Please, you must ask there. It's their interview. Ask this lady.
Question.
Okay, is that all?
Yes, maybe it's enough for our side.
Okay.
And thank you so much for your.
No, thank you for asking intelligent questions.
Okay.
No, I'm serious. Because so many people say, berapa usia, berapa anak, blah, blah, blah. No, that's common.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so you are asking intelligent questions. So good luck with your career.
Thank you so much. Guys, thank you so much for watching my video. I'm sorry for any lessness and also some mistakes during I take this video or during I do the interview. And well, I do need your comment, your suggestions to make my vlog better in the next time, or you can request what is the material or the theme that I have to give you in my next vlog. Just give your comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye. I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching my video. Kok kayu atasnya kena? Ngek, lampunya mati. Okay guys, so that's all about the video I've told you. That's all about the